I kept dropping hints about country inns, but I think Jack had something more rustic in mind.
How do you know what to take, then?
Well, wherever we go, it'll be simple and quiet and private, because that's what we need right now.
Lee, are you two having problems?
Oh, no, it's just some stuff we need to talk about.
What kind of stuff?
Well, the truth about Daddy, for one thing. Jack knew, and he didn't say anything. He should have.
I didn't tell you either.
Well, but I don't blame you. You were too personally involved. Jack knew, and he should have told me, because if I'd known what you were going through, I would have been more help to you.
Have I caused trouble for you with Jack?
No, Manda Panda, don't put that on yourself. Besides, that is the least of it.
Well, what's the most of it?
Jack can't seem to share his space with more than one woman at a time.
Lee, is there someone else?
Mary. He never let go of her. Wonder if he's taking me someplace that he went with her. Whew.
This trip is real important to you, isn't it?
And I didn't even ask you. Do you mind my going?
No.
You sure?
Positive I'll be fine. Besides, Pat was the one who insisted I stay overnight at the hospital. He's so conservative.
Good for Pat.
Medically speaking.
Especially good for Pat. Okay, one more comment and then I'll drop it, which I get the feeling you'd really like anyway. If you were to ask your sister to hang around this weekend, she would probably not consider that an outrageous demand.
Lee, I want you to go. Now, I'm going to be seeing Dr. Pagano this afternoon. Mendenhall is in the house, and I'm sure Pat will be around looking after me.
Which is much better than a big sister anytime. You and Pat could probably use some quiet time yourself this weekend. I suggest you spend the entire weekend together.
Lee, I love being with Pat. I especially love it when his arms are around me and we're close and we're making love. Oh, Lee, it isn't everything I thought it would be. Gosh, maybe I'm just not experienced enough, you know?
Maybe you're worrying about it too much.
Could be.
You're judging yourself? Thinking of it as a performance that might not be quite right? You're not that unusual.
No, but I was the world's oldest virgin before I met Pat. Maybe that's part of the problem.
No, don't think of it as a problem. You were right to wait for Pat, who's extraordinary and special and who loves you. Just quit making so many demands on yourself and don't think that it has to be any certain way.
It's not Pat's fault. It's not.
You don't have to think in terms of fault. Just be honest with him. He'll understand.
I don't think I can tell him something like that.
Why not?
Because he's already so patient, so gentle with me. He's so concerned about me. Gosh, I can't even imagine anyone being a better lover, and I'm just so afraid that if...
You're afraid that if you, Amanda, whom he loves, tell him what you want and need, he'll go away and you'll never see him again.
Yes.
Won't happen.
Why not?
Because he loves you. And charming and brilliant and sexy and dear as the man is, he's no mind reader. You gotta tell him, honey, straight and simple.
When you say it, I say to myself, right, of course. Why not?
Why not? Indeed. Just stop putting so much pressure on yourself.
I won't.
Okay.
Oh, Lee, thanks.
You're welcome. I didn't tell you anything that you don't already know.
Do you always tell Jack the entire truth about everything?
Oh. Okay. Fair enough. Do I? I know he wants me to. He said so often enough. All right. I don't. I don't actually tell Jack the whole truth all the time. sometimes those words just stick to the roof of my mouth like peanut butter. And then by the time they come out, it's not really what I meant to say at all. It's more polite, or it's more or less threatening.
But you do have fights.
Oh, but a fight, you see, once you step into the boxing ring, you don't have time to be polite. Manda Panda, I think you've just given me a wonderful insight into myself.
Oh, thank goodness. I did something for you for a change.
I love to fight because it's the only time I feel perfectly free to be totally honest.
So you really do want to be honest?
Maybe I should take my own advice, huh? I wonder what would happen in our lives if both of us spent the entire weekend being totally honest. I have to think about that.